Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for episode 13 of Off the Grid. We're getting an early morning start today and I am running down to the post office box, the mailbox, whatever you want to call it, our delivery area. I have got a load of wood that I need to deliver down here. A lot has been going on and we need to catch up. So let's see if I can't just swing this right around in here. I'm probably going to get hung up. No, I think I got it. And as you can probably tell by now, I'm not driving my truck. I'm driving this. So this is Chuck's old truck. You remember the truck that was in his barn? And Hugo loaned me this trailer. What's happened is, well, Chuck has been sick. Chuck has been ill, and so Hugo's kind of running the show right now, and a big contract has come in, so he enlisted my help to get that contract filled. Of course, you know, I've always told them that I will help any way that I can, and of course it puts money in my pocket, but his timing couldn't have been better, and I'll tell you why. His timing couldn't have been better, and I will tell you why. So I got a call the other day from a real estate agent who, well, also ended up getting called by an attorney, and somebody who holds the land on the other side of the lake, not my side of the lake, but farther into the forest. They're demanding that I give them right away. They want to get back in there and assess the tree harvesting situation, see if they're going to log it out themselves. And so I'm not happy about this. I don't want that to happen. So I talked to the real estate agent some more, and it's possible that I could just buy this land outright, but I don't have that kind of money. Not even close. I've already delivered one load of lumber to Hugo, and I guess this is a really big contract. He's really tied up at the lumber mill right now, and he doesn't have any help from Chuck at the moment, so we've kind of arranged a deal to keep this whole situation going. It's going to help me out because hopefully I can make the money that I need, and it will help him out because, well, he's got a contract to fulfill, so it all works out in our favor in general. You can see that I've already gotten started back here. That was the load that I just delivered. Now, what we've done is I run a load down in that truck, leave it, he'll come over and grab it, and then empty it, and we'll just keep swapping out back and forth. So I am going to show you a little bit about what's been going on the farm now real quick, and then we've got to get into some more logging here. But our crops are doing very well. You can see the sunflowers coming up. The flowers are just starting to bloom on top. A little bit of yellow peeking through, and then our barley field, our brand new barley field, is doing quite nicely as well, so no complaints there. And so I was thinking about that barley soup. Just thinking about it, getting hungrier by the second, but I realized that it's really beef and barley soup that I really wanted. So I started laying my plans to bring in some cows. And the first thing I realized that I was going to need was a way to make silage. Now, I've read up a little bit on cows, how to take care of them, how to make them grow fat and happy. And so this is where I'm going to make silage. I've got a bunch of old tires that I can throw on top to hold down whatever I cover it up with. So when you make silage, you know, you put your chaff in here and you cover it up with a plastic blanket to keep all the air out, and then we've got all these tires right here that I can just toss right on top, hold that down, keep it packed nice and tight, and wait for that silage to be, or wait for that chaff to turn into silage. So yeah, got that all laid in, good to go there. Not quite to the cow, the bringing in the cow stage, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Should be pretty soon. I think I'll be able to get ready for some cattle to come in here pretty soon. Not many, enough to provide some milk and a little bit of beef every now and then. So yeah, that's where we stand on the homestead at the moment. Everything looks really good, don't you think? The cabin looks good. And I have not showed you the cabin yet because I did a lot of work on this. You can see I cleared out a bunch of trees, moved the outhouse away from the homestead itself, but I can actually show you the inside now because it's complete. We've got some nice countertops, put in a little dry sink here, got the well just in time for that to happen. Have a little wood burning stove here, and I got a heater stove here that I can just toss some logs into when I need to. It gets chilly in the morning on the lake, let me tell you, even on warm days. Hi, James. Hi, James. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. James has been really good company too, I have to say. But enough of that for now. We have got a lot of lumber, a lot of timber to harvest. I keep calling it lumber. It's not lumber until it's been shaved down or whatever you want to call it, until it's been cut into boards. It's timber. We've got a lot of timber that needs to be pulled out of here. And what I've been working at is there's another one of these trails that goes up into the property, and I'm going to kind of use that as a dividing line. So everything over this way, you know, that's going to be where I get to my homestead, and then I'm going to start logging in this direction. And there's going to be no shortage of trees to log out of here. No shortage at all. Obviously, we've had this discussion before, but for the time being, we need to get to work. And I've been doing some work already, but not nearly enough. I've got about 153,000. I think I'm going to need about 500,000. And the way that Hugo has made it sound, he's going to need an awful lot of timber to meet the demands of the contract they've taken on. So he was expecting Chuck to be there for him, but that's just not going to be possible with Chuck sick. So, you know, I've told you, Chuck is not a young man anymore. For everything that he does, and man, that guy works like crazy. I've never known anybody who works as hard as Chuck, even at his age, which is especially impressive. But yeah, I mean, Hugo, you know, Hugo's been around for a long time too. He's still a young guy. I would call him a young guy compared to me, and especially compared to Chuck, but still, you know, he's got an awful lot to do right now on his own, so he needs all the help he can get. And as I was just saying not too long ago, you know, be a Chuck. I want to be a Chuck. So that's what we're going to do. Pitch in, help out, and it's a mutually beneficial agreement. Now, I think the last time we used all of our logging equipment, it's been quite some time. Haven't really needed it. Well, now obviously we do. But I guess the point is, I decided that the claws on this thing just really aren't effective. The skid steer is just too small for these big trees. But it does saw like the wind, so I'm just using the saw portion of it. I don't want to go that deep. This is probably the right place to stop right here. And as you probably saw, I've got the winch hooked up to the John Deere, and that's been working wonders. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really, really, really do love the Ursus. It's been a great tractor. It's done everything I've asked of it and more. But the Deere just has more power and is pulling, you know, pulling these trees out of here like they're nothing. So it is what it is. All right, I think that's enough trees to cut for now. We need to get them trimmed up. There we go. Next. This has been working pretty good. You know, I'm pushed back into the woods and start felling trees ahead of me. Or, you know, and then just moving backwards so that they don't end up in my way when I want to go up to the next tree. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I think we're getting a little bit quicker at this too. I think we've had enough practice out in the forest now that this is starting to, I don't know, some of these skills are starting to take shape. Not my favorite job on the homestead, if I'm honest, logging. But you know, that's the moneymaker. That's where our cash flow comes from, and if that's the way it is, then that's the way it is. I'm going to do what I got to do. Oh, I see one that I missed already. Yep. Yeah, more like 2. Is that it? It might get to a point, it might already be to a point where I should just take some of these stumps out. Yeah, I should do that. I need to pull some stumps out because they're going to be in the way as I'm trying to get these trees to come together. So let me get some stumps out here. I'm not gonna mess with all of them, but I just need a work area, you know, where I can pull the logs to, cut them, pick them up, load them up. I was running into this earlier, and just got to get these stumps out of the way. I didn't think that one was ever going to come out. Alright, I'm getting a little carried away here. And this is actually starting to get to a point where you have to begin questioning the investment, you know. Like, I'm trying to raise $500,000 here. And I'm going to do it with trees. But what could I do with that $500,000 that would allow me to make money faster? To replace the $500,000 and then push on with what I need the money for, just to buy up the property. So those are all questions I have to ask at this point. Also, because, you know, I didn't come up here to make money, but I do want to protect my privacy. And protecting my privacy now is going to cost money. So, you know, no matter what you do. Now, once I get all of the land on this side of the lake, well, that's another story. Then we're covered. And money doesn't have to be an issue anymore. And I guess maybe I should have thought more about that at the beginning, but that's neither here nor there. We are where we are now, and I just have to do what I have to do. Alright, so what I'm trying to accomplish here is to get all these logs pulled out of here as best I can, get them all grouped so that I can cut them and load them. That's my plan right now. We need to get the money, which I'm not a big fan of, but unfortunately this case requires some, well, this situation, I guess I should say, requires that we be a little more capitalist minded. At least for me anyway. Now I have a bunch of them already pulled out. I'll tell you, this winch, man, this winch has made a big, big difference in our logging operation here. And the John Deere, let me tell you, you know, I think I probably said earlier, I've never been a, you know, pick a brand, but between this tractor and the John Deere skid steer, I'm becoming a believer. I'll probably always be an equal opportunity equipment user, but I am impressed, genuinely impressed. All right, I'm just going to tap these ends a little bit, try to even them up so that when I make cuts, all my cuts are relatively the same. And we're going for about 6-meter cuts, so. Alright, I'm picking up a few little end pieces here. It's going to get them stacked on the trailer. While I've been working on this, Hugo has processed the last trailer load I took down. And our deal is that once I see the funds come through, get him a new trailer because he has, he's ready for more. So I'm going to get this loaded up and get it down there. We'll swap out trailers. And I had this one other tree over here. And I don't know if it's a big one or a small one. Man, it looks like a small one. That'll work out. That'll work out real well. As long as it genuinely is a small one. So let's see if we can just grab that up. Well, that was an interesting flip, wasn't it? Oh, I wonder. Not that way, I can't. Let's try it. Let's try this. Let's see if we can keep it balanced. See if we can keep it balanced and get it over there. Hey, there we go. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, I still need to cut this though. There we go. No problem. Get some straps on this bad boy. Oh, this tire is driving me nuts, getting him away. Can't see a bloody thing. There we go. Alright, let's get this down to our storage area, mailbox. I don't know. What are we calling that? I don't know. One time it's one thing, the next time it's another thing. It's mailbox. Mailbox from now on. Even though it doesn't look like a mailbox, that's just what we're going to call it. At least it's a nice day. You know, that's one thing about being up here that I've noticed. The weather stays pretty nice. I mean, the other day it was raining. Whoa, there's that roller coaster again. I gotta smooth that out one of these days. Anyway, yeah, we did get some rain when I first started this logging operation. It was actually raining pretty good, but I wasn't about to let that slow me down, so... But now the sun is mostly out. It's a little bit hazy, a little bit overcast, but not too bad. Keep a cool breeze coming in off the lake. Am I too close? Oh, looks like I just made it. Alright, Hugo, buddy. There you go. Not a very outstanding load, but it is what it is. I can't believe Chuck had this truck hidden away in his barn for so long. It's such a beautiful vehicle. When Hugo realized I was going to need it, he took the time to clean it up a little bit, so that really helped out too. Really start to see exactly how nice of a vehicle it is. And how quick it'll move through down the road. Oh, I still got that one log that rolled off over there that needs to be taken care of. For now, all I want to do is just get this swung around so that we can get back to work. Alright, where are we? Yep, just keep moving. Do I want to go deeper, or do I want to just keep logging up here close? I want to go deeper. That's what I want to do. The reason being is I've cleared this area up here of stumps and everything. So what that does for me is it allows me just to work up here, so I can pull my trees out with the winch, get them cut and loaded here. Not have to worry about stumps being in my way. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I'm just going to get the last of these trees loaded up. I did end up cutting a few more. Still not going to quite get a full load, but payment has come through from Hugo, so this is going to be it for this load, I think. We got to get these down to the mailbox so that he can pick them up. We'll grab our truck and bring it back. I wish we could have gotten a few more on here, but unfortunately, that's going to be it, because we are losing light at this point. Not a good sign. Well, it is what it is. I mean, if there's no light, there's no light. What are you going to do? Get those strapped in. Fire this puppy up. Probably going to need some headlights headed down this time. But yeah, good bit of logging today. Can't complain. By the time this load sells, I'll be well over halfway to my goal. Made a lot of money today. A lot of money. And I'm still considering, do I buy better logging equipment to make money faster and then recoup this money to pay for that property? Or do I stick with what I have and just work toward that goal of buying that property? Because I kind of feel like I could make the money faster and still meet the goal to be able to pay for that property and keep those guys from coming in. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Really interested to hear some opinions on this. Faster logging with better equipment, or stick with what I've got and just keep plugging away toward that financial goal. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Off the Grid. I do appreciate you coming along for the ride. So many great comments, so many great followers during this series. I can't thank you all enough for supporting it. And I got to watch the roller coaster. Anyway, like I said, I do appreciate you coming along for the ride. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And until next time, take care.